Next phyla and our last phyla of our single-celled algae before we get into the seaweeds is called Euglenophyta, and they typically call them the euglenoids. Now, the one that we are so familiar with, and I will show you a picture of, is called Euglena. This phylum contains unicellular algae. It is, like I said, the last phylum. So we've only talked about 3 phyla of unicellular algae, starting with Basilarophyta, Pyrophyta, and now Euglenophyta. One of the problems with classifying the euglenoids is that they have characteristics of being plant-like and animal-like. Now, they are green in color, so their primary pigment in their chloroplast is chlorophyll, but so is their secondary, so they contain chlorophylls A and B. Now, they don't have a cell wall. They do have flagella, and they're very highly motile, and that's what gives them more of an animal-like, in nature. They don't have a cell wall either. They have a pellicle. Now, the last one we talked about that had a pellicle was Paramecium, and pellicles are very tough outer coatings, and it surrounds the cell membrane. The pellicle actually allows the euglenoids to crawl through mud because most of these are freshwater aquatic protists, and the flagella can propel them through the water to get towards the light in order to be autotrophic. Now, the one unique thing about Euglena is that it's both autotrophic and heterotrophic. It has this unique feature called an eye spot. Now, eye spots only detect light. They don't see. So it's, even though it says eye, it's not an eye like we think, where we can see actual images. The eye spot only detects light. So when it is sunny and the light is out, with the flagella, the euglena propels itself towards the surface of the water and carries out photosynthesis. If the eye spot cannot detect light, then what happens is it becomes heterotrophic and it feeds off of smaller protists and in any kind of smaller bacteria that might be in the water. So because they are both autotrophic and heterotrophic, they actually fall into the plant and the animal. The eye spot also helps them orient themselves in the water. You know, they're aquatic. Like I said, there's very few of the marine species. Mostly they're freshwater, and the euglena has to be able to orient itself, and when the eye spot detects light, obviously it can come to the top of the water and carry out photosynthesis. So these are a little bit more special of our single-celled. They are plant and animal-like. Your common one is called euglena, and it puts them into animal-like and plant-like at the same time. So they're capable of being both autotrophic and heterotrophic.